Assalamu alaikum. In this video I will explain the process of debugging using the debugger of Spyder software. So let's start. Suppose this is the code which I want to run, and while running the code I want to monitor the values of a and variable x when this program runs in a step-by-step manner. So the first step to initiate the debugging process is to insert a breakpoint. Breakpoint is inserted at the very first line of the code which you want to debug. So this is the first line of the code, which is line number 8. Place the mouse over the line number where you want to insert the breakpoint. Then double click, and after doing so you can see a red circle at the left hand side of the line number. If you are using the latest version, the appearance of breakpoint could be different. I'm using version 3 of Spyder software, and the breakpoint will appear at the left hand side of the line number. So this red circle is called breakpoint. After inserting the breakpoint, the process of debugging can be initiated using this button. So click on this button. After clicking this button you can see that a message will appear in the console window by the name IPDB. DB means debugging. At the same time you can see that the first line has been highlighted in purplish color, and this highlighted line represents the current position of the CPU. तो ये highlighted line हमें ये बता रहा है कि CPU की मौजूदा पोजीशन लाइन नंबर 8 है, और लाइन नंबर 8 जो है वो अभी तक एग्जीक्यूट नहीं हुई. लाइन नंबर 8 is yet to be executed. So if I want to execute line number 8, what would I do? I would press this button, run current line, and as soon as I press this button you can see that variable a will be created and 0 will be stored in variable a. So the current value of variable a can be viewed in variable explorer window right over here. So type means the type of the variable, size is the size of the variable, and more about the size would be explained in upcoming weeks. Okay, so now the second line, or line number 9, has been highlighted, and this indicates that CPU is currently ready to execute line number 9. CPU जो है वो line number 9 के ऊपर खड़ा है और line number 9 को execute करने के लिए तैयार बैठा है. So in order to execute line number 9, I will again click this icon or button, and as soon as I click that, the value 1, this value 1 has been stored in variable x. Now the computer is on line number 10 and it is ready to execute a is equal to a plus 1. So as soon as I press this button, the value of a, which was 0 previously, will be incremented by 1. The value of x is 1. This condition is false, so a is equal to a plus 5 will not be executed. x की अगली वैल्यू जो है वो 2 है. वो 2 जो है x की तरफ या x में स्टोर होगा. कब स्टोर होगा? जब आप इस आइकन को क्लिक करेंगे. तो x की वैल्यू 2 हो गई. सिमिलरली a की वैल्यू 2 हो जाएगी. अब x की मौजूदा वैल्यू 2 है. 2 रिमाइंडर 2 is equal to 0. Condition is true. So whatever is written inside the body of if statement, that will be executed. And you can see that as soon as I press this button, the computer will go inside the body of the if statement, and the value of a will be incremented by 5. So 2 will be changed to 7. So similarly you can repeat this process. When the value of x becomes 4, the for loop will end, and print a statement will be executed if I press this button. So the final value of a is 14, which has been printed at the console window. The program has not been executed completely. It will be executed if you press this button one more time, and you can see that now the program has finished its execution, and the process of debugging has been terminated. ओके एक बात याद रखें कि जब एक प्रोग्राम जो है वो डीबग हो रहा हो तो आपको आई एन और लाइन नंबर से फॉर एग्जांपल 2 या 1 या 3 या 5 वो लिखा हुआ नज़र नहीं आएगा, ठीक है। आपको सिर्फ आईपीडीबी और ये कुछ एरो के निशान नज़र आएंगे जब प्रोग्राम डीबग हो रहा हो। और जैसे ही डीबगिंग का प्रोसेस ख़त्म होगा आपको आई एन के साथ स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में कोई नंबर लिखा हुआ नज़र आएगा, विच इंडिकेट्स दैट डीबगिंग का अमल जो है वो ख़त्म हो चुका है। So you can see that using the debugging process you can monitor the values of all the variables present in your program as the program is executed step by step. Okay, ये एक कोड है which is supposed to print all the even numbers from 0 to 50, and unfortunately right now it just prints 0 at the console window. I would like to use the debugger of Spyder software to detect any logical error present in this code. So over here we know that our expectation is that this print statement at line number 11 would run if x is even. So let's see if this happens while we debug our code. So the first step is to insert breakpoint, then start the debugging process. So we have already entered into the debugging process. The next step is to execute each instruction step by step using this icon or this button. So the value of x is 0 right now. This value of a was from the previous code which I ran before this one. So condition is true. X divided by 2, so the current value of x is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0, so the condition is true. X will be printed, which is 0. So 0 has been printed at the console window. X will be incremented by 1, and then condition will be tested, which is true. And now the current value of x is 1, which is odd. Okay, so as expected for odd number, print x will not be executed. Again x will be incremented by 1, which is 2 now. Condition is true. Now our expectation is that for even number, the current value of x is 2, so 2 is even. For even number, that particular even number will be printed by this print statement. So हमारी expectation ये है कि कंप्यूटर जो है वो print statement को execute करेगा. So क्या वाकई ये कंप्यूटर जो है इस statement को execute कर पाता है या नहीं कर पाता? Let's see. So as soon as I press this button, you can see that line number 11 has not been executed. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि there is a mistake before line number 11. So what you would do, you would stop the debugging process. So in order to stop the debugging process, click on this button, and after stopping it, locate the error. So you can see that there is a slight logical mistake over here, and instead of putting a division sign, or instead of performing division operation, use remainder operation. So now remove this breakpoint by double clicking on the breakpoint and run your code. After running the code, you can see that the output is correct. Output जो है वो आपको सही मिलेगा. So from this exercise, you can see that by using the debugger, you can locate logical mistakes present in your code. Remember one thing, the debugging process or the debugger will not eliminate all the logical errors 100%. It will assist you, it will aid you, it will help you to some extent in locating all the logical errors. So it is a very handy tool. Use it whenever you feel your output is not according to your expectation. Okay, let's come back towards the previous code. So say for example, instead of 5, this value is 50, and I want to directly jump to line number 13 without going through this for loop using the debugger of Spyder software. मेरी रिक्वायरमेंट ये है कि मैं debugger यूज़ करना चाहता हूँ, लेकिन मैं for loop के अंदर जाए बगैर print a पे डायरेक्ट आना चाहता हूँ from line number 8. So how to do that? One way is to insert breakpoint at the very first line, और फिर उसको आप चलाएं, and then click infinite times until the value of x is 49. Clear? So clearly this process of reaching print a statement is not efficient. We have to look for some other method to do so. So stop this debugging process, and what we can do is we can insert another breakpoint over here at line number 13 to which we want to go directly, and then start the debugging process, और उसके बाद इस बटन को क्लिक करें, continue execution until next breakpoint. So now we will not go through the for loop. Instead the computer will go through it in a very quick time, and it will reach line number 13 without us going through the for loop infinite times. So let's click on this icon. So the current position of the CPU is line number 8, and now you can observe what happens when you click this button. So you can see that the CPU directly jumped to line number 13 after going through this for loop itself. हमें इस for loop के अंदर खुद जाना नहीं पड़ा, बल्कि CPU ने खुद ही ये सारी कैलकुलेशन परफॉर्म की है, और A की वैल्यू 169 और X की वैल्यू 49 निकली है इस for loop के चलने के बाद. So now the current position of CPU is line number 13, and it is ready to execute line number 13, which is print A. So now the value of A will be printed when I click on this button. So you can see that as soon as I clicked, 169 has appeared, and click one more time to terminate the program, and that's all. Okay, let's solve Experiment number 8, question number 6. So determine the output of the following codes without using a computer. In this video I will just solve code number 1 for you people. So let's solve it. So this is the code, and we want to determine its output manually without using computer. So the initial value of O is 1. So let me draw the initial value of O is 1. So initial value of O is 1. 1 is less than equal to 4, condition is true. Now I is equal to 1. So the value of I is equal to 1. So this is 1 and this is 1. So 1 is less than equal to 1, condition is true. Print static. Static will be printed at the output. So static will be printed at the output. I is equal to I plus 1. Current value of I is 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So now the value of I will change to 2. So this one will be replaced by 2. So 2 is less than equal to 1. No, the condition is false. So the computer will exit the innermost while loop. The computer will exit the innermost while loop and it will execute line number 13. So at line number 13 the instruction is to go to the next line, go to the new line. So as soon as this instruction is executed, cursor will be placed at the next line right over here. O is equal to O plus 1. Current value of O is 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So the value of O will be 2. And this one will be replaced by 2. 2 is less than equal to 4. Condition of this while statement is true. Now again I will be assigned value 1. So I will be assigned value 1 while the value of O is 2. Current value of O is 2. So 1 is less than equal to 2. The condition is true. So static will be printed at the output. Static will be printed at the output because cursor is present over here. I is equal to I plus 1. The current value of I is 1. 1 plus 1 will be 2. So I will be equal to 2. So this one will be changed to 2. 2 is less than equal to 2. This is the value of O, this is the value of I. Condition is true. Another static will be printed horizontally because of this AND instruction. So another static will be printed at the very same line. So I is equal to I plus 1. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Now the new value of I will be 3. So I will be equal to 3. 3 is less than equal to 2. The condition is false. Computer will exit this while loop and it will execute this print statement. This print statement will force the cursor to go to the third line in the console window. O is equal to O plus 1. Current value of O is 2. So 2 plus 1 will be equal to 3. And this 2 will be changed to 3. Now 3 is less than equal to 4. Condition is true. I will be again equal to 1 and this 3 will be changed to 1, whereas this 2 will be changed to 3 because the current value of O is 3. So the current value of O is So this means that the value of I is 1, the value of O is 3. It means that this while loop will run 3 times, so 3 statics will be printed at the output side by side. Then the computer will go to the next line. O will be incremented by 1, so the value of O will be 4. 4 is less than or equal to 4, condition is true, and I will again be equal to 1. Now this 3 will be converted to 4, so I is 1, O is 4. It means that this while loop will run 4 times, and hence 4 statics will be printed at the output without any space. Then the cursor will go to the next line. O will be incremented by 1, 4 will change to 5, and 5 will appear here. 5 is less than or equal to 4, condition is false, and hence the computer will exit this outermost while loop and the program will terminate. So this will be the final output of this code, which is a right angle triangle. Thank you very much.